I'm 33 years old.
Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about a very sensitive topic which they have taken this world by storm from west to east everywhere, and want to highlight some facts behind it. My topic going to be sex grooming gang in Rochdale in middle of England. Powerful Hollywood directors, producers and actors as well, where they have very horrible crimes have came to light as well recently. And I'm also going to talk about Metoo. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the Rochdale. Recently, very horrible news came out that how in the middle of England, Rochdale, and gangs of 9 people, and could be more as well, and how they were grooming kids for their sexual pleasure and many more things. And media has played very a different kind of role into that. Rather than highlighting 9 men and they were saying that they were from specific origin, I'm not going to go into detail because everything is on internet anyway, so you can go and find out about Rochdale. These horrible crimes were committed and they got the justice, and which should never happen on any condition, and which was very surprising and shocking. On the other hand, we have heard many more kind of a similar, not very similar, but on a different scale incident happened in Hollywood, and very powerful part of America, where very powerful directors and producers and actors, a lot of allegations came to light about their personal life and how they were using their power, their money to manipulate young girls and using them for their sexual pleasure. And many of them were underage girls. What I want to say, both of the crimes are horrible crimes. Why I want to have a comparison on both? Because both are very kind of interrelated. In this Rochdale gangs, which most of them were taxi drivers, and one of them was, if I'm not wrong, he was kind of a religious kind of a leader as well, but they have committed horrible crimes. And it was being mentioned, very highlighted about their religion as well, and about religious kind of a thing, that from which religion they belong to, and they try to marginalize their origin and their religion, which again I'm saying that the community and religious leaders, they didn't play very well a role into that, but these community leaders, they're living in denial, and that's why we have faced a lot of negative media about it. On the other hand, if you go to Hollywood, where these horrible crimes were committed against young girls who were vulnerable, who were poor background, and they were looking for a bright future, they were looking for a limelight in their life, and they were trapped under these media moguls, and they used them for their sexual pleasure, and they, even though they were old enough to be their granddads, and how they were using them, that was horrible. But at the same time, there was some kind of a similarity, and you dig into that, you'll find out many of them are Jewish, who are very powerful in Hollywood. Again, I'm not going to marginalize any religion community here, but for some reason, media, and nowhere in the media it has been mentioned that they have a Jewish background, like Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and in the past, Woody Allen has committed a horrible kind of act when he married to his own stepdaughter, which they have adopted when she was very young. I mean, she was a child when she came to age, and he married her own adopted daughter. How could you do that up to that position? Because he's powerful, and he still today he's regarded as very respectful, and many of actresses or many of the actors, they love to be part of his movies. Nobody voiced their concern. So I would why I wanted to make this video, that there's some kind of injustice in the media, not everywhere. I'm not sitting here to blame media of the shortcoming of these people and try to marginalize any religion or any community. All I'm trying to say that I request those media, and I request all of those people who are responsible to highlight these things, please do some justice. The crime which was being committed in Rochdale, that was a horrible crime. They deserve all the punishment in the world, but try not to marginalize any religion or community. On the other hand, in the crime which was being committed in Hollywood, again, I'm not going to marginalize any community or any religion, but please do your justice as well. And I will urge our Jewish community as well, please come out and condemn these kind of acts, because I don't believe that in Jewish religion or Jewish communities, these kind of crimes and this kind of behavior has any kind of existence. On the other hand, I would also like to say that about in Rochdale, many of the young girls, I would like to ask their parents, where were their parents when these kind of things were happening? young girls in the night or whatever time they were out, and these gangs were using them for their own pleasure by giving them alcohol or buying them food from takeaways. Where were their mother? Where were their dad? They didn't ask them any question that in the night time or where you got this money. How, even though they were in a council states, and where were the council? Where are those people who are responsible to make sure that these young innocent kids are being very well looked after? On the other hand, we're talking about Hollywood and America, first world country. We're not talking about war-torn countries like Afghanistan, Syria, or any African country or any poor countries in Asia. We're talking about America, where young vulnerable girl was being used for sexual pleasures. Why they didn't speak out? Again, this Me Too movement has created a lot of awareness, which I really appreciate that, and I respect that. But at the same time, responsibility come on these women as well, who are coming after 10, 20 years. You were not growing up in kind of a deprived countries of a deprived war-torn country. You were growing up in America. Why you didn't voice your concern at that time when someone tried to use you? So I think the responsibility come onto this Me Too movement as well. They need to look at themselves and see that they cannot play the victim role in everything where they were growing up in America. They were not growing up in a country where they always says that woman is deprived. Look, I'm not trying to defend anyone. All I'm trying to say that it's better to take some responsibility as well. They should have spoken out at a time when they were being abused. Finally, whole purpose of this video was to voice some concern about and to speak out about the both sides. I will leave everything on you to decide if any of my words or anything has hurt someone, and then I apologize. Thank you very much.